bring in my panel now, the economics panel from Sydney, economics editor at the Australian newspaper Adam Creighton, and from Melbourne, columnist with the Herald and Weekly Times, Terry McCrann. Adam, this struck me as just extraordinary. Today was the first time GDP numbers have grown by more than 3% in 60 years. Were you surprised by the numbers?
No, look, I think the figures were fantastic. I think you'd actually find the Reserve Bank and the Treasury might be thinking now in hindsight that they wish that they hadn't have tipped so much stimulus into the system, because the economy is, as you say, coming back pretty rapidly, and finished the year only 1.1% smaller than it was at the end of 2019. And, you know, surely enough, I think this quarter will be very strong as well, the one that we're in right now.
Terry, a lot of people are banking on those RBA interest rates to stay where they are. Will this have any application to where they might go? Because the governor said, 2 years at these low rates. Is that going to hold?
Short answer, yes. No, Peter, it won't have any impact. Yes, the governor had a pretty good idea that this was coming. May not have, the Reserve Bank didn't anticipate it was quite as strong as it turned out to be. But no, the Reserve Bank is committed to keeping those rates low until the jobless numbers come down sharply, not just if we get growth in the economy. And in the Reserve Bank's perspective, we're only going to get jobless numbers down when we get strong wages growth, and we've got pressure on the labour market. So the expectation from the Reserve Bank's perspective is that this doesn't make a big difference. We will still keep those rates low through 2021 and 2022.
Adam, I had someone from the VFF on before saying just how hard it is for the horticulture sector to get staff, workers. It's going to impact prices, of course. Numbers out today, 1.2 million Aussies still picking up JobKeeper payments, National Skills Commission data. And it also shows that 40% of recruiting employers say they've got a lot of difficulty in hiring people. Not, 3 weeks left on JobKeeper and the higher rate of job seeker. What happens when it's all off, and how do we get people to work?
Well, look, it's a very good question. I think there's about something between 50,000 and 100,000 workers who are on 0 hours still on JobKeeper, so you may as well add them to the total of unemployed. But I'm always so puzzled reading these stories because, we have 175,000 job ads roughly in the country, and there's a couple of million people or more, who are on Job Seeker and JobKeeper combined. And so you'd think that there'd be no problem hiring, but, we always read these surveys that there are, and it suggests either that the people who are unemployed don't want the jobs, or the jobs are too far away, or the skill sets don't match with the jobs. But you think that we would have got this right as a society, after so many years of reading these articles of the difficulty of hiring.
Terry, are we ever going to have a conversation in this country about paying people dole for a limited period of time and then saying sorry, that's it, or reducing it quite significantly, or saying to young people, you're not going to get it. You're fit and able, get out there and find whatever job you can.
I think it told us in the short run, Peter, that the Treasurer Frydenberg got the increase in the job seeker exactly right, $25 a week, not the much bigger figures that the Labor Party and the welfare lobby were lobbying for. But that doesn't directly answer your question, that it shouldn't be any higher. The question is, should you have limits on it, as you've raised, and should you force people to take jobs that they would not otherwise take, or that they feel that they don't want to take? And that is exactly the sort of conversation we need, I think, in the broader context of having a much more responsive, flexible jobs market. So we've still got too many regulations and rigidities in the structure of employment in this country.
Terry McCrann, Adam Creighton, sorry to leave it there, but I think we've got to have that conversation, Terry. Absolutely. Gentlemen, thank you for your time.
Thanks, Peter.